Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. It is Zach with the Goat Guys. And today we're going to have another match with Jinzo&Tonic. This time I'm playing Go Control and he's playing Stein Reasoning Gate, which is really cool. And this is like my favorite thing ever. Because now I want to play that deck, because Pocket Stein is like badass in my opinion. Anyway, excuse me, let's get right into the match. I do win the dice roll and I do elect to go first. And my opening hand consists of double meta, sack, souk, prima, and knock. I just set two. I was hoping to be big brain. I hope he didn't. Heavy, of course, you know, he top decks heavy. It's like, what the hell? So top decks the heavy. Heavy's my stuff. I'm like, oh, that sucks. Summons Sangan, sets the jar, and passes. So I take 1,000. So I draw my own Sangan. I'm like, well, I want the search, so I meta into that. He says Ash, I say fuck, and I add Dekoichi. In hindsight, by the way, I should have just grabbed Serpent here and just did 1,000 Eyes Restrict stuff, but you know, I'm bad at this game. Because like, look at, oh my god, this is so annoying. For those of you wondering, I've watched this match beforehand to get what I want to talk about when it comes up, but I'm so mad at myself here. But I guess I got starstruck or something, maybe. Sure, let's use that as the excuse, or me just being bad. Anyway, so I'm gonna smack into his thing. I get he gets the search, but I'm just like. So I also thought he was playing Chaos, so I'm like, or something different. I was just like, fuck it, let's smack it. He grabs Pocket Stein, and I'm like, oh my god, Pocket Stein, because that's what me and my friends have called it back in the day when no one really had access to Cyber Steins before the Secret Rare reprint and Battles of Legend. So he draws into another one. So this is also when I assumed this was just Pocket Stein and in a deck, and then he pitches that. So I'm like, oh, he's playing Crane Gate. Like, that's the only deck that I could really think of that plays Democ, and then he summons Crane. I'm like, okay, cool. Anyway, so he's gonna hit that, take 4. I draw into Blade Knight, but I'm like, I need the card, so I just T-set. He Call the Haunted's the Democ, and I'm like, well, this is just unfortunate. Grabs the heavy. Draws into Snatch Steal and Premature Burial. Knocks my Dekoichi. By the way, Todd, if you're watching this, you know what to do. Anyway. So he just summons Stein. I'm like, oh, guess I die. I was just letting him do it because, you know, the video boys. I'm like, yo. Because I didn't really know what I was playing. It's like I was like Crane Gate, and then he just dropped all these like Cyber Stein with DQ cards. So in this matchup, I actually had a side deck, and I sided in Soul Release because I'm bad, and I'm like, wait a minute. So I just banished all this stuff, right? You can't summon Chaos monsters. Anyway. So in game 2 here, I go first, sorry. This isn't freaking 2020. Twitch, I open just a T-set. And again, here's another mistake I made. We'll talk about it when we get there. There's a couple of things. He goes BRB anyway. So he True Nades, and I don't actually go here, which I think is fine. Because, like, it's really early, and I didn't think he'd put a ton of pressure on. Of course, I'm wrong. I should have just activated it, because it's fucking Crane Gate. Like, it's so bad. So, and I was reading freaking Miser Shock, by the way. Dude, I've never seen this card before. It's actually really cool. It's summon return all set cards on the field. So this is something I've never thought. Thank you, Jinzo, for a new episode of our Jinzo's Tech Toolbox thing, because I didn't think of this one at all. So shout out to you. That's going to come back. We're going to talk about this card. Anyway. Reasoning. 8 hits Stein. I'm like, dude, that's fine, I guess. So he pays 5k. Summons the big boy Master of Oz. Dude, get alties, baby. Reasoning. I just call 8 again because I'm just still, like, assuming. Because at this point, I'm just like, okay. It's Reasoning. I don't want him to summon Democ or Creator. Or the Creator. So I'm just like, well, fine. And then he just mills, like, everything. Summons the bird. Draws into Upstart and just kills me. Well, it doesn't kill me, but... So you get the draw on the Charity, which that's nice. He draws into Sacred Crane. And I take a lot of freaking damage here. So I'm down to, like, I need a freaking anime protagonist moment here. What do I draw? Well, I draw Blade Knight. So that's fine. So activate Graceful and draw into Meta, BLS, and MST. So we'll talk about my hindsight of what I should have done. So I pitched that in the book, which probably shouldn't have done that either because I'm bad at this game. So let's MST the back row because I'm like, well, if that, so I'm, and he does that. And I'm like, cool. So I summon the BLS, banish, declare effect to banish the Master of Oz. And so I end up setting that and that. And this is where I probably misplayed really hard. So we'll talk about it. So he activates Upstart. So I gain 1,000. He draws into Trunade. Of course he does, but that's fine. That's how this works. So this is where my big misplay is. So he's going to act. I didn't mean to do the log. Sorry. So he's going to activate Trunade, and I think looking back at it, I should have just chained goats here. I didn't because I didn't think I would just die here. So again, that's my fault. I should have chained, and like my thought process was like, but he can Parshath and I just die. Like I was really overthinking this. So in hindsight's always 20/20. So with his play, so I of course let him because I'm bad. He summons Demock. So that's what I didn't expect. I really didn't see the Demock coming. So that was my fault. I thought he was going to try to summon like a BLS of his own, maybe. Or he had like a knock or a book and a knock or something. So I was just like, shit, this is like a lose-lose anyway. So like I really overthought that. And yeah, that's where the game ends. I'm not going to show you the rest of the convo because that was just questions about titles and stuff. Yeah, so like I played really bad in this match as well. So like I don't know. And hindsight's always 20/20. Jinzo is such a good player as well. He's far better than I am. That's kind of why I want to get better so I can, compete with people like him because, he does this full time. I mean, I do it too, but, not as on a serious level. With that, I hope you do enjoy the video. I had fun playing these matches, by the way, Jinzo. So if you're watching it to this point, thanks again for playing with some matches with me. Hope we can do it again soon. As I said in the last video and the beginning of this one, please subscribe to Jinzo&Tonic for some of the best GOAT content on YouTube. I'd really appreciate that. Please consider subscribing to the channel. At this point, we are on the road to 100 subs. I know comparatively that's not a lot, but to me that's a big deal because 100 individuals liked my content enough to subscribe. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.